Everybody has that one person in their life that has been able to change them and motivate them, and even inspire them through the trials and tribulations that they have had to overcome in order to reach that true point of happiness. Manuel Marquez, my grandfather, was that man to me. He was a unique man, very caring, and he was a true blessing to have in my life. These are the sources that I use to help me with this speech. An interview with Marilyn Spivey, his daughter, his youngest daughter, an interview with Margarita Marquez, his wife, quotation pages. The quotations were found on lovelylovequotes.com, and I used some immigration statistics from migrationinformation.org. My grandfather was very special. He always put his family before everybody else. And I'm going to prove it with these 3 points. That he had to cross the border, his attempts at crossing the United States border, his attempts to reunite with his family, and finally, I'm going to explain how he passed the kindness that he showed to his family to the future generations. My grandfather faced many adversities, but through perseverance and courage, he was able to overcome them on his way to America. My grandfather was born and raised in Mexico. He found and fell in love with his future wife there. They got married and they had their first child. My grandfather wanted to make a better life for his family, so he decided to head to America, the land of the free. It took him many, many attempts, but after several attempts, he finally did cross the border. Main point number 2, my grandfather had a strong love for his family and proved it time and time again. The biggest proving was when he reunited with his family after he was separated from them and deported back to Mexico. After my grandfather finally did make it to America with his family, he got a job working construction, as 68% of Mexican immigration people do. While he was working, he was apprehended and recognized that he was an illegal immigrant, so he was sent back home, or sent back to Mexico. Meanwhile, my grandmother was in the process of getting her legal papers to become a United States citizen. Well, my grandfather's passion and determination to get back to America was now stronger than ever, and after several more attempts, both getting sent back a couple times, he finally did make it back to America and reunite with his family. Fate exists, but it can only take you so far, because once you're there, it's up to you to make it happen. This quote was especially true for my grandfather. Fate took him to America, but it was up to him to make sure that he stayed there and was able to raise his family there. My final point is to express how my grandfather was a kind and generous man throughout his entire life, and he proved it through the charitable acts that he had done for his family. My grandfather was a very religious man, and he said, he would always say, "I know God would not give you something you can't handle." This has been a great motivation to all the cousins, because he would support them through the many acts, or their many activities, sports, or whatever that they would do. The cousins and even his own children would go to him for support and advice. Unfortunately, my grandfather passed away July 5th, 2009, but the kindness that he showed to his family still goes on, and he will always be with us. So in conclusion, I honor my grandfather today for the determination to cross the border and make a better life for his family, and for the struggles that he faced when he had to reunite with his family, and finally for the kindness that he showed to his entire family and the generosity that he was able to spread. My grandfather was a great man, and although he is not with us anymore, the lessons that he taught still remain with the family. So that is the end of my speech.
Yay!